Welcome back to Pacific Northwest Adventures and Gear Review. Today we'll be looking at the Sierra Designs Dri-Down Sweater. This guy right here that I'm wearing. So stand by, we're going to go through it. Okay, so I'm going to do a quick 360 just so you can kind of see what it looks like. Okay, this color is black, of course. It does come in kind of a different pattern. It's kind of more of a quilted, which actually is kind of a benefit because the down doesn't slide around through the tubes. It just kind of stays in its own little square. So I kind of like that. It also has long arms like this with a thumb hole, which you can kind of pull it back and use it somewhat as a hand covering to kind of keep your hands a little bit warm. While you're hiking, if it's cold, you can kind of pull it over if you didn't bring gloves with you. Kind of a cool little feature that I like a lot. It does have a high collar, and it gets pretty tight around the neck, which I like as well, to kind of seal in all of that heat. You also have, two pockets right here. Inside the pockets are covered in kind of a fleecy material on the forward side of them, which kind of keeps your hands warm. And it also has an inside cinch right here on the side where you can pull from the inside here and cinch around the waist, which is kind of a nice little feature as well. I like that. This particular size that I'm wearing, I purposely bought it kind of smaller. Did put on a couple pounds over the winter, so it's running kind of tight on me right now. But this is a medium. It is 800 fill down. Let's see, I'm going to zip down this inside. I believe these are all YKK zippers too, all very good construction. They do have a little logo here on the side, the Sierra Designs logo. I like that. I always like it when companies logo their gear. On the inside, you do have an inside pocket right here. It says Dri-Down 800 fill, and the Dri-Down is they put kind of like a coating on the feathers just to try to keep it usable if it gets wet, because normal down, if it gets wet, then it loses all this heat value. So they say that this covering over the feathers helps with that insulation value. Also, this little pocket here, you have a little zip on the inside here where you can put a say like an iPod or whatever, a music player inside this, and then kind of run it up through and come out, which is kind of a cool little thing as well. And you do have the standard kind of inside pockets on both sides here, where you could stick something gear. And I believe, I don't use it this way, but I believe you can stuff it all inside this pocket. It's not a zippered, but you can stuff it all in around. I've done it once. It's just kind of tight, and it feels like it's going to rip. So I don't use that. I actually have, from another piece of gear, just kind of a little stuff sack that I put down in and stuff it into this. So I like that a little better. It just feels like it fits a little bit better. So I know some of my gear, it stuffs really nicely in the pocket, but this one kind of doesn't, which I guess is kind of a negative. Okay, so this is it's back in its little stuff sack that I use. This does not come with the jacket from Sierra Designs. I did weigh it out here on my scale without stuff sack. It's coming in at 12¼ ounces, which isn't the lightest, but it's definitely not heavy by any means. I'm going to read off my tablet from the Sierra Designs website here and give you guys some kind of information on tech specs, current colors, and pricing. So this particular model comes in 3 different colors, black heather, dark green, and navy heather. The cost for this jacket currently listed on their website is $99.50. I did purchase mine for $80 online used. I think it was like a year-end closeout, which is pretty cool since I'm such a bargain shopper. Let's see, let's get down here, some of these tech specs. Looks like the material is a 7D nylon polyester blend. It has a DWR coating on the outside, and 800 fill dry duck down is what it's listed as. So other than that, I'm not seeing a whole lot of other information. Let's see what sizing chart. Let's see all the different sizes I have. Okay, it looks like extra small, small, medium, large, and XL. This particular one, they have 3 measurements: bust, waist, and hip size. This is a 36 to 38 on the bust, and waist size is 29 to 30. Hip size 39 to 40. So I guess that's why it's a little bit tight on me. 29 to 30. I'm like a 32. So yeah, that's why it's a little tight around that waist area. I hope you guys enjoyed the video on the Sierra Designs Dri-Down Sweater. I hope it was informative for you guys. If you like the video, please subscribe and help me build my channel. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks a lot.